morning, everybody. Well, I'm out here today in a forestry tract and we are going to go find some fall mushrooms. There's a lot of variety out there, so let's take a look. Here's one of my favorite mushrooms to pickle. This is called Lactarius deliciosus. It's orange and it's got a bit of green, so it kind of looks moldy, but it's actually not moldy. And when you break it open, you can see when it's really fresh, there's a bit of orange latex there. They have a very kind of mild smell. These are an excellent mushroom. They're really popular edibles in Russia. I haven't had these in a few years, but with all these rains, we have a lot in the forest right now. It's a big old pine sitting right up here, and I tend to find them in and around conifers. Another one right there. I just picked two other ones. These are a lot younger, so I'm going to take these ones. These are a lot fresher. They'll be a lot better. Yum. Got my trusty basket here from ADK Baskets. Beautiful. I had this custom made by Corey. I love it. Nice little latch right there. Brilliant. Here is a flush of turkey tail. Now it's just starting, so I'm going to have to come back a little bit later. As you guys know, this is a wild medicinal, so you can make beautiful teas out of this, tonics that are very, very healthy for you. So this is just starting, so I'm going to let it kind of grow up a little bit more. It's got white pores underneath. That's what we're looking for. A beautiful kind of turkey tail pattern. This will get a lot larger. It's just starting. Royce just fell in the muck. Oh, you poor guy. He went straight under, like diving like a diver. Oh, he stinks like rotten swamp now. That's why we learned how to swim, buddy. Oh, you poor guy. Oh, he's a little embarrassed. Yeah, he totally went wrong. Yeah, dry yourself off. Oh my gosh. I feel bad laughing, but literally he went like head first into the duckweed, like disappeared under the water. I try not to laugh, try to call him over, but he's insistent on kind of coming out where he fell in. So I had to haul him up because of course it's too tall for him to kind of get back out. Anyway, just his pride hurt, that's all. Some of you may be wondering what this is, and this is a jack in the pulpit, and these are the seeds. So you'll see them this time of year. Beautiful plant, and one of our native species of plants. So how are the mushrooms in your neck of the woods, your spot in the world, your little corner of the forest as it were? Like I said, here it's been amazing. We had a really dry summer and then a lot of rain in the last few weeks. So things have been popping up. I've had to go out like all the time because there's new flushes of everything. I'm currently a little bit, I'll go and check out. I have a little nursery, as I like to call it, of yellowfoot chanterelles. So I was back about a week ago. They're really small. I'm hoping after the last day or two of rain we've had that they've flushed right back out again. So yeah, let me know down below in the comments what things are like near you, and if you're getting out in the forest these days for a little nature therapy. Now here's a really cool fungus. This is a giant maple. Like, take a look at this, guys. A huge sugar maple. It's full of fresh mushrooms. Let's just take a look. This one right here is a northern tooth fungus. I know one of you guys sent me a message on Facebook, I forget who right now, of just the primordia of one of these guys, and I think that's what you guys had, was the northern tooth fungus. So it's on the maple, and it's got these little teeth. I don't know if you guys can see that. So that's a northern tooth fungus. It's not edible. Let's take a look at this, guys. I think we have, oh, primo, beautiful bolete. Awesome. This is a good one too. No bug damage. Aw, how Canadian can you get? Let's take this guy. This is an awesome looking edible bolete. Yum. Okay. This, not Boletus edulis family. So I just did a test, took a little bite of it and spat it out, which you can do with basically all mushrooms. And yeah, it's the false lookalike to the Boletus edulis. It's a bitter bolete. Gross, so that's too bad. It's a nice size. Okay, so we're gonna come up now on my yellowfoot chanterelle nursery. Woohoo! Look at that. Come around the corner here, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, guys. Oh yeah, look at that. Literally tons of them. Royce, do not go in there. Look at them all in here. All through. They're yellowfoot chanterelles. So let's pick one and I'll show you. Go into some fresher ones here. Let's take a look. Ooh, my friend at Off-Grid Sweden there, Andreas, he loves these. He picks them all the time. It's kind of the perfect spot. A nice ridge top here and nice yellow clusters. It's a bit sunny, but you can see how they have those false scales underneath. So that's a yellowfoot chanterelle. Looks like I'm going to be really busy here picking all these. Now you also see up on this ridge, on this moss here, we have another mushroom. Of course, this is not the yellowfoot chanterelle. It actually has gills on it, as you can see right there. That is not what we're looking for. So my yellowfoots are down over here. I watch a dog, but he's not eating stuff. Gosh, that's the problem with him being a puppy, you know, like, gotta kind of pay attention to him all the time. So down here, we've got our yellowfoots. So there's one of the ones down here, and then this is the actual yellowfoot. So let's take a look. False gills. These little baby ones. Gosh, they are everywhere. I love this. They dry perfectly too, and they last all winter for soups and stuff. Here's a nice spot. Beautiful ridge. A little shady. It's nice to get out of the sun. It's kind of warm today. It's kind of atypically warm for September, but I'm not complaining out here in this weather. It's lovely. It's nice after the rain. Royce is doing so well here in the woods. He's managing a lot of these steep inclines, figuring it out, becoming the best little bush dog that was. Yeah, a good boy. Royce is entering the terrible twos right now. So he's trying to, you know, exert his independence and stuff like that. So he's going into professional training in about a week with a guy who trains police dogs and stuff like that. So he's going to learn to really listen. So I'm pretty excited. But yeah, definitely, I don't know about you guys, but when you have like a 6-month-old dog, they just start to act out. Even though he is very well trained so far, it's just cementing those rules. I think a lot of people think that, you know, you do your one puppy class or you've made it to 6 months and you're good to go. No, it's like ongoing training. And like I said, right now he's going to be testing me, and because he'll be left intact till he's about 2 years old. I'm going to have a rough ride for the next while. But I think it's just consistency and patience. But and taking him out in the woods too and practicing those recall drills and telling him leave it so he doesn't eat a mushroom and stuff like that. Extremely important. So I think he'll be a good dog. It's just trying to get through these terrible twos. Here's another edible bolete that I just pulled just by that little creek there. It's not my favorite one. It's the yellow Licinium. And it has a beautiful yellow stem, and it's got a little bit of red reticulation on there, and very yellow pores. And again, it's a bolete. It's got those little pores on the bottom. It's a beautiful specimen. Definitely not my favorite. They really stink when you dry them. I don't advise doing that. I've done that, and it's horrible. You have to throw them out. I just feel so sick smelling that. But apparently they're quite good fresh. So if you're into that, more power to you. Don't eat stuff. We don't know what it is. Stop it. Ugh. Heading into some woods again now, and we've got some beautiful coral fungus in here. This one isn't edible, just nice to look at. As you can see, it looks like little finger-like projections. The one that's really prized coral mushroom is called the crown coral, and it grows on top of wood. So this one appears to be growing out of the ground, and it's yellow, so I don't know. This is the texture of these guys I just really don't enjoy, but I suppose you're into really gourmet cooking and you found an edible type of coral mushroom. I could see how that would be kind of attractive for your dishes, but for now we'll just enjoy this and take some pictures. So the last time I was in here, I got a cinnabar chanterelle, and those are magnificent, beautiful red color, and underneath those nice false gills. So a lot of variety in here. Another one I want to show you is the Old Man of the Woods. It is a bolete that's blacky gray in color and very shaggy in appearance. Nothing else really looks like it. It's a bolete, so underneath should have nice white pores. They get gray to black as it gets older. So I harvested some the last time I was here and put them in a dehydrator. One cool thing about the Old Man of the Woods fungus is that when you cut it, it turns blood red and then it turns black. So it's very interesting mushroom. It looks very unappetizing, but when fresh and the underside is white, apparently it's good eating. So I harvested some and popped them in the dehydrator. The video today wouldn't be complete without showing you a poisonous mushroom. So this is the mushroom of those little fairy tale books. This is Amanita Muscaria, and it's the yellow variety. It's a very different species. I'll list it right here. I can't pronounce it. But anyway, Amanitas are very toxic. This one right here, as you can see, it's got kind of like an egg-like cup around it, a little skirt. You can see the gills underneath. It's got the speckled top. So this one has a lot of hallucinogenic properties, but it also will make you extremely ill. So it's poisonous, leave it alone, don't bother with it. It's beautiful, take photos, but it's toxic. It's in the Amanita family. I found another patch of them over here. This is what they look like when they're just emerging. I don't know if I can completely dig it out. There I go. So yeah, see how they're in that little cup down there? This is a toxic mushroom. Doll's eyes. Now here's something that is super toxic in the forest. This is called doll's eyes. You can see why. Stay away. Extremely toxic. So I'm in a pine part of the forest now, and I have another beautiful wild edible. This one's a little bit old, so I'm not going to take this one home, but this is a painted Suellas. So it's beautiful red, and as you can see, it's very reticulated underneath, but porous, and beautiful red stem. And that speckled cap. It's gorgeous. So this is the painted Suellas. It goes by some other names as well. It is a wild edible. And this one, though, like I said, is not great shape. So we're just going to let this rot away in the pine needles. This is what they look like when they're just emerging. You can't even see the pores underneath just yet. So that's a very, very young one. Just found this beside this little trail in here. This is someone yanked this off a tree, or it fell off or whatever, but this is a huge dryad saddle. This is pheasant back, and just take a look at that. Old as anything. I'd never eat that now, but these are the ones I always talk to you guys about in the spring. They always flush in the fall as well. They are edible, but certainly not in that condition and not attached to a tree. But look at that, eh? That's amazing. So they are a polypore fungus, and you can see why. And I know Royce is interested. I only eat those ones when they're about the size of my fist. You know, you don't want to go any bigger than that, or they're going to taste awful. So, and they should have a fresh watermelon rind smell to them as well. So that one's way too old and big. Here is razor strop fungus. So this is birch polypore, and it's coming out nice and fresh. This is a really useful fungus. You can cut sort of a little bit off the top here, roll it back, and make a band-aid. These are really awesome fungi to have too, to start fires if they're like really dried out. And also they can sharpen your knives. That's why they're called razor strop fungus. So it's growing up here on this birch. There's other fungus on here too, like artist fungus starting. A lot of people harvest these and paint on the bottom or scratch them in. It's a really nice craft project. But this one is also extremely useful. And here's some witch's butter. This is a wild edible, and I'm just going to show you. It grows on wood. It's called witch's butter, and you can see why it kind of looks creamy and buttery, and it's very gelatinous. So it's very, very beautiful, and you'll find it anytime there's like a lot of moist wood around, especially in the fall. Now take a look down here. There's a non-edible mushroom there, but this one, that is a chanterelle. Woohoo! Fall skill. So this is actually a golden chanterelle. Yep, they still come out in the fall, so keep your eyes peeled for them. Sometimes they look like leaves on the ground, and before the leaves fall, they're a little bit easier to find. So there we go. This one's a bit bug chewed up, but that's the golden chanterelle. It's a delicacy. Wanted to show you another deadly forest mushroom this time of year, and that is the destroying angel. It's an Amanita mushroom as well. Just heading back out here, and just happened to see this, but you can see if you dig down deep enough, here. There we go. Take it out of here. So you can see if you dig down deep enough, there is a big bulb at the bottom and a white top. This is highly toxic. It's called the destroying angel mushroom. It's a lethal mushroom. That's why I have Royce on a leash. Whenever I see these in the area, they really scare me a lot, because one could completely do him in very quickly. You know, you get obviously stomach upset, but then your kidneys and liver shut down, and that's the end of you. If you're a human, they can treat you if they get to you quickly, but little kids eating this, you know, it's possible they could die. Well, there's my haul for the day. Just a quick little hike there. Did pretty well. Unfortunately, that bitter bolete, that filled up my basket, but it's not edible, so yucky. Threw that one out. But got lots of stuff for the dehydrator. And Royce is going to have an afternoon nap. It's a good thing. Thanks so much for joining me and Royce in the woods today. I hope you had an awesome adventure with us. Lots of fun, even just to get out for a couple hours and look around and see what's there. You guys have a wonderful time this week, and stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.